Hello, hello, everyone. This is Anthony Ordon from ReadIt, coming at you with this live stream. Today we're going to be looking at Clockwork Invasion stuff for the Clockwork Chaos release. Let's see here. So Ruby asked me to go ahead and start with some informational bullets. So let's go ahead and talk real quick about what exactly is going on in the Clockwork Chaos release. Basically, if you've there's going to be some spoilers here, so just to clarify, if you don't want spoilers, you might want to leave the stream for a little bit. Essentially what's going on is Scarlet has taken over the Crown Pavilion. She's kidnapped Lord Farron and Hobotron. So if you want to get back inside the Crown Pavilion, what you're going to have to do is talk to, after you do the closing ceremony instance, you'll have to talk to Emissary Vorp. You'll have to go and do his field assistant quest line, which is or so the achievements track here, which is in the living world portion of the hero panel. And so you can see Emissary Vorp's field assistant. This tells you everything you need to do. At any point in time, if you talk to Emissary Vorp, either in Divinity's Reach or using the item that he gives you to summon him holographically, then you can find out exactly what you need to do next. So there's quite a bit of stuff you need to do to get back in that pavilion. There is one other way to get back inside the pavilion. If you finish up your Emissary Vorp's Field Assistant achievement category and go in the final instance, if you go in the final instance with anyone who's finished that and complete it, you'll be able to get back into the Crown Pavilion as well. So if you are trying to, basically you can work together on this. You can have somebody do it for your group. And then get in there together and defeat Scarlet together. And what happens in that instance exactly, I'm not going to tell. You just have to go find out for yourself. So basically, what I'm going to do in here is I've been checking out a Clockwork invasion event. Basically, what's happening in this release, for the most part, is Scarlet is sort of invading all of the maps around Tyria. And so if you want to play along with me, I'm on Stormbluff Isle, and the next invasion event is going to be in Frostgorge Sound. So if you come up here to the top of the Tyria here and go to Frostgorge Sound, the next invasion will be starting very soon. Actually, it looks like it should be starting now. Oh, it looks like, sorry. So it looks like Jormag is blocking the invasion event currently. So what we're going to have to do is beat Jormag first. A little bit of a sidetrack here. So let's go beat Jormag. Oh yes, I'm sorry. The Claw of Jormag. Thank you for the correction. Alternatively, if any overflow maps are starting up right now, they will also have a version of the Chaos event. So let's see if I can actually just get into one of those overflows, maybe.
Extra damage.
Nope, I'm in combat. Yeah, because otherwise we might be fighting the Claw of Jormag for a while here.
Smash them.
Being chased by Angry Grawl. So, good question. I haven't done the Queen Jubilee stuff. Will I have to do the opening ceremony? No, you'll be instantly sent to the closing ceremony. The last opportunity to do the opening ceremony was yesterday, before the game went live. I'm going to quickly zone out of this map and then come back in. All right, let's see if we go back in here now. All right, so now we've got the invasion. It looks like this one just started. Every invasion takes about 45 minutes. We're going to run around and kill some Clockwork minions. So what you'll do is look on your map here to find these invasions. The red circles designate Clockwork invasions. So I'm going to head over here to this one. The other big exciting update as part of this release is we have turned off PvE culling. So you're going to see a lot of people running around with me. Let's go ahead and turn on my commander tag. All right, looks like we're headed over towards these invasion events. So Scarlet's invasions consist of 5 different waves. There are 3 waves of Clockwork portals, 1 wave of Aetherblade pirates, and 1 wave of Molten Alliance. You have to defeat each wave separately, and then every time you defeat a wave, you're basically looking at better rewards. And so the further you get in these, the more rewarding they are. And so what we're looking at right now is a Champion Twisted Nightmare. The Clockwork Army is a brand new army. It's all Scarlet's devising from the Watch Knights. She has taken the Watch Knights from the Queen and twisted them into these monstrosities. The Clockworks have a unique mechanic in which when they die, when the smaller minions die, they leave around some Clockwork gadget piles. And then the Clockwork gadget piles can be interacted with by other Clockwork minions. And so there's a bunch of different interactions, but for the most part, leaving those piles around when you kill enemies is a bad idea. So what you want to do is purchase the piles and then press F to stop them, sort of like another player in World v. World or PvP. I got quite a few people around me here. And so the Clockwork Twisted Nightmare is pretty unique in that when he loses 50% of his health, 2 of his legs fall off and he stands up and changes from sort of a ranged monster into a melee monster. And his attacks are very devastating at close range when he's upright. And you can see these 2 different forms. It's a pretty obvious transition. And so the basic flow of a portal event is to basically deplete the energy from the portal. And so what we're looking at right now is just this event is spawning a bunch of creatures. And then now that it's spawned all the creatures it can, the portal has gone away. And so this bar up here at the top in the meta event, which is tracking the first wave of Scarlet's minions, is tracking the number of minions that we've killed. And so we need to kill quite a few in order to get the map to progress to the next wave. And this involves quite a bit of working together. If you're zerging around, honestly, any group larger than 20 is probably inefficient. And so to make this actually happen and progress, you're going to have to split up and tackle these events concurrently instead of one at a time. And so as you can see here, we've actually got a couple of Twisted Nightmares. These were actually formed out of the Twisted Horrors. If they get low on health and they are near each other, they will combine and become one enemy, which is pretty incredible to watch. All right, so we finished this event. Let's see what else is on the map. Got quite a bit. I think I'm going to go ahead and head over here. Yeah, so I see some comments about Lord Farron. Lord Farron is actually not dead. He has fallen into the arena, into the Crown Pavilion, and God knows what Scarlet is doing to him. So you have to find out. The Funhouse is not a dungeon. However, you can enter it with a full party. And the way it works is anyone who has completed the Emissary of Warp's Field Assistant achievement can enter along with you. So they need to basically enter the instance, and then you can hop in once they've gone inside.
I can feel
All right, we got a few different armies. Now that there's less people around, we can sort of talk about the individual enemies here. You've got the Twisted Mender. He is a healer mostly. His interaction with the gadget pile is to build Twisted Reavers. Twisted Reavers, in order to build Twisted Reavers, they have to sacrifice themselves. Twisted Reavers are sort of ranged casters. They build turrets. They throw mines. You see these small explosions around. And so when there's a gadget pile, he'll go over here and try to build a mine out of this gadget pile. And the mine is very deadly AoE. So there he is. He's trying to do it right now, and he got it. So that is a mine, and if you're standing close to it, you're going to take a lot of damage when it explodes. There it goes. Also, these guys, the way they drop loot is through loot bags. We seem to be missing one. Sometimes there's some stragglers running around here. The Clockwork creatures do fight a lot of ambient creatures, so they get distracted at times. Instead of looking for him, let's go ahead and find... oh, is he under the snow? Well, that's unfortunate. Anyone got any AoE attacks? I can't target him. Yep. We'll have to get that fixed. Let's go ahead and head over to a different one. Over here, perhaps. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to type them into the chat. I'll occasionally glance over at the window.
Increases.
Here we got a champion, Twisted Nightmare. I don't think I'm going to be able to take him by myself. Hopefully somebody followed me over here. You can see in his quadruped form, he's more of a ranged guy. He reflects AoEs. The optimal way to fight him, probably, when he's like this, is to get up close to him and sort of bang on him. You have to watch out. He's got a couple of different stomps, as well as a few pretty devastating flamethrower attacks, as you can see. I'm taking quite a bit of damage here. If I can get healed and back off. It's time to throw down the war banner. Yep. This is some pretty rough terrain. I'll switch back to my rifle. Just gonna have to watch out for that reflection shield. Question, how do the Aetherblades have so many troops? Well, I think you'd have to ask Scarlet that question. She is behind the Aetherblades. She also is behind the Molten Alliance. She's basically pulling all these armies together to strike at various places in Tyria. So I think Scarlet uses a lot of very coercive methods and a little bit of brute force to get people to bend to her will. We'll find out more about that if you complete the storyline. What server am I playing? I'm actually on an overflow server. My home server right now is Stormblood Isle. How do you help Vorp? After you finish the closing ceremony, you'll see that he basically he'll give you an item which allows you to communicate with him, and then if you use that item, you can basically open a conversation with him at any time. He'll tell you exactly what you need to do next. So we're about to slay this champion, Twisted Nightmare.
Just one more component. You've got this.
Cool champion loot box. And then now the portal is spawning the next wave. Which gave us another champion, Twisted Nightmare. There's a bunch of different kinds of configurations that can actually appear from the portals. One of them is a champion. He spawns in with a couple of Reavers. You do have to be careful with the Menders. You have to be careful with the Menders. The Menders are basically healers, and so if we get this guy down in health, this guy over here is going to come over here and heal him up pretty fast. So it looks like somebody's taking care of him. Oh, that's quite a bit of damage. So the events actually do not happen in maps that are less than level 25. I think this is probably a little too punishing for low-level areas, especially because the whole map gets taken over. Is not very optional for the time when it's active, and so it's this content, even though it's right now we're spawning a lot of invasions. The other big thing about this content is that it's permanent. So even if you don't get a chance to play through some of these Clockwork invasions now, you'll definitely get a chance to play through in the future as you level your character up. Essentially what's going to happen here is Scarlet's going to attack maps in Tyria for about 2 weeks, and that'll go about every hour. And then after this release is over, that frequency will drop down to as of yet to be announced frequency. So you'll see them on a fairly common occurrence, but it won't be as frequent as it is during the release. All right, so we've got one more wave of Clockworks to fight here, and it looks like the first wave of Scarlet's minions is actually almost complete. So pretty soon we should be advancing the meta. I think we're probably dealing with a few more guys that are under the snow here. It's interesting. Let's go ahead and move on. It looks like Scarlet has summoned the Molten Alliance to the battle, so let's go check out some of that stuff. I've got a waypoint over to... Actually, I think it's faster just to swim. So definitely one of the big strategies that's going to be involved with completing these things successfully is focusing on the secondary waves. They do take a little more time than the Clockwork waves, and they are event-based. And so the Molten Alliance strength bar up here is basically going to deplete whenever you complete events. And so you'll have to actually split up and tackle these events, in smaller groups if you want to progress the event more. What'll happen is at the end of the Molten Alliance wave, if you haven't finished, or if you finished the second wave of Scarlet's minions and you haven't finished the Molten Alliance wave, you won't be able to get the Aetherblade Pirate wave to spawn until you take care of the Molten Alliance. So we're fighting the champion here. You may recognize this guy from Molten Alliance events. The dungeon. We've got quite a few people here, so he went down pretty easily, which is good. We got him down pretty quick, but since we're all clumped up together, it's going to be hard to cover this map and take care of all these Molten Alliance guys. Let's see if we can find another one that I can waypoint to. There's 2 down here. So if you're getting a message that said the event is not on this overflow, you are just a little too late to run a new overflow for this event, because the events take about 45 minutes and they start every hour. And so basically, if you're not there within the first 10 minutes of the invasion starting, you can either queue for your homeworld or try a different overflow, or you can just wait for the next invasion to start. It'll just be about an hour. Well, less than an hour. It'll be basically on the hour or thereabouts for the entire 2 weeks. There's another Molten Alliance Shaman. If we head over this way, you'll see the other type of Molten Alliance event, which is the dredge will pop up out of the manholes, and you have to destroy the manhole. So here they are up here. And so basically the key here is to focus down this tunneling machine pretty easily. Just clean up these guys. The interesting thing about all these Clockwork invasions is it depends on what map you're on, but you get a lot of interference from the ambient creatures that are already here. Most of these creatures will fight with Clockworks as well. They don't like Clockworks being on their turf. Clean that up. Let's see what else is here. This is like another Molten Alliance event down this way. Will we see other members of Destiny Edge play a more active role in future living stories? I think that would be great. We tried our best to incorporate all of the characters that made sense and for this release, as well as some of the characters that we've been introducing with Living Story. So you'll see, Rox and Bram, and then in this one, obviously, we had Queen Jenna, Lord Farron, Countess Anise, Logan. I definitely think that getting more iconic characters in these releases is a great thing, and we should keep doing it. Sorry, not Brock. Rox and Bram.
Eat my dust.
The other thing to note is that balloon is still up there, so you can still go ahead and complete all of your Queen's Jubilee achievements during this time. Just in order to get into the Crown Pavilion, you'll have to work on the Clockwork Chaos stuff first. Oh, I totally got bowled over by that Molten Alliance shaman. These guys have some pretty cool range attacks.
For great justice.
So let's see, we got the Molten Alliance strength down pretty good.
Invigorating.
I think I'll see if the other commanders can clean up some of those. Actually, since they're all following me around, I think I'm going to waypoint over here to Wayward Climb. So there's a few people over here that could use some help.
You're kidding, right? On my mark. For great justice.
What happens if you fail the event? That actually, it can happen pretty easily if you're not splitting up and taking care of things. Basically, the rewards for completing the event are progressive, and so for every wave you complete, you get a little bit better reward. And if once you fail, that sort of limits your reward. And so if you finish all 5 waves and then fight Scarlet at the end, you'll end up with the best reward you can possibly get. Yes, you should still be able to run the torch races. Also, a couple people asked about Scarlet showing up in these and what that's all about. Scarlet is basically a big troll. She shows up, she'll try to mess with you, and then she'll just kind of take off. You can't actually defeat her until you've finished all 5 waves, and so the best idea is probably just to avoid her until you've completed the waves. Let's go ahead and take care of this portal here. Scarlet wins and takes over the world, please. That would be kind of cool, but I think it would lock a lot of people out of some pretty cool content. That being said, these Clockwork invasions are definitely, a style of content that we definitely want to do more of, and making more sort of permanent changes to the world with big events like this. Keep watching the skies.
For great justice.
Got that event taken care of. Looks like there's one more Molten Alliance event hanging out.
How interesting.
I go handle that.
I could outrun a centaur.
You will not be able to. There's a couple other questions about Scarlet. You will not be able to defeat her until you've finished all the other waves. All right, and so now that we've defeated the Molten Alliance wave, we can focus on the minions again, the Clockwork minions. Somebody asked, what is my position inside Guild Wars 2? A game designer. I worked on this content most recently in Queen's Jubilee. Actually, this is kind of a misallocation of our resources here to fight with the Molten Alliance guys. So let's look for some more Clockwork stuff. And the fail state, basically what will happen is they're going to go ahead and back off. And then, you know, Scarlet's attention span for messing with Tyria is only so much. So they're going to go ahead and retreat and then attack another place in Tyria.
Extra damage.
And just to clarify what content is permanent, these Clockwork invasions are permanent. They will continue to happen as time goes on. Basically, Scarlet will continue to attack Tyria until Tyria defeats her, if ever. Scarlet's idea of winning may not be exactly your typical idea of winning. She has an agenda which is not fully understood at this point.
Regression.
Question about the mini watch night. We're looking into it. Rest assured, we'll make sure that everyone has their mini watch night that already got it. Looking around for some more events here.
One more component. You've got this.
Jenna's big announcement was not, she didn't get to it, so nobody knows exactly what she had to say. And maybe we'll find out.
All of adrenaline. For great justice.
One interesting thing about the Twisted Horrors is that they're pretty dangerous in a group. Not only can they combine to be the Twisted Nightmares, but they also tend to stack on players. So if you get knocked down by one, you're looking at a bad day.
For great justice.
All right, let's see what other events we have up. Scarlet is apparently not attacking down your world. What you should do is either queue for your homeworld or wait till the next invasion to start, which will be about half an hour. Oops. I think I just made a mistake. So we've got a portal event over here, dealing with some rough terrain and glacier. Got some snow trolls. the mix.
That's the stuff. Full of adrenaline.
This map's actually doing pretty good. We are a little behind if we want to catch up. We're going to have to start killing some more twisted minions here pretty fast. Looks like a bunch more events have occurred down in the south. Just remember, if you're trying to do this, some of these invasion events, what you have to do is stay pretty close, or try to, make sure that you guys are spreading out, not staying close to each other. Looks like I filled up my inventory here. Uh-oh. Quick, delete something.
It'll fetch a nice price.
Just about taking care of that. Yes, all the Clockwork invasions are, basically the question was, are the new enemies combo of Aetherblades, Molten Alliance, and Clockworks all working together? Yes, that is absolutely true. Scarlet has sort of folded all of these creatures together, and he's using them to try to lay waste to Tyria.
Great justice.
Quite a few people here, and that would be a big old twisted nightmare. There are actually a couple asking why about when there's no champions in these events. There are quite a few champions in these events. Basically, every time there is a new wave of Clockwork creatures, you're looking at a pretty big chance to spawn a champion. And so if you're going through and cleaning up these events, you'll probably see lots of Clockwork champions. Same thing goes for the Pirates and the Molten Alliance. As you're completing these events, you'll run into quite a few champions. Looks like quite a few people up here fighting. See if I can join them. I might be in a bad spot train-wise. Yeah, I think I'd have to go a long way to get up there. Unless somebody's got a cool mesmer portal. Yeah, we'd have to go around.
Might makes me right.
A couple people ask what the dragon is doing right now. The dragon events will not start while the invasion events are active. And likewise, the invasion event will not start while a dragon event is active. I feel like by the time we get up here, it's going to be a little too late. We can head over this way.
You there. Come help me with something.
Take courage, guys.
A couple people in the chat saying ignore Scarlet. Yep, that's probably the best idea. She's just trying to distract you from your goal.
For great justice.
Have you met my men? They work for me, you know, because they like me.
Got quite a mess going on down here. Up here, is there a Scarlet event this way?
For great justice.
Glacier is one of the more tricky maps, I think, because of all the terrain differences in height and sort of obstructable paths and stuff. It looks like we've completed the second wave of Scarlet minions, and Scarlet has called upon the Aetherblades to fight now. And so what you're going to see is a bunch of Aetherblade ships in the sky. Let's take care of this champion. Yeah, I think he's taking care of us right now. So basically, what we're going to want to do here is after I finish off this champion, we're going to want to head towards more Aetherblade pirates to try to get that wave complete. Because even if we don't complete all of the waves, we'll get a chance to get some more loot if we complete more waves. Lots of people need resin. Okay, he's about to enter melee mode, so I'm going to back off a bit. There it goes. Yes, assuming the event does fail, your progress towards the invasion canceller achievements and all that stuff, that will all still continue. You do not need to complete all the events doing those kinds of things. And also, to do the primary storyline, you actually don't need to finish events. You just need to finish individual events to do the Emissary of Orcs achievement track. What is Scarlet's motivation for all this chaos? I don't believe Scarlet has revealed that yet. She will. I can almost promise it. We just have yet to sort of explore the character. There's lots more updates, I think, that we're going to deal with. What happens to Scarlet and what happens to the people that she's been terrorizing. Alright, so let's head towards the Aetherblade events. There's the airship up there. See if anyone followed me. Got quite a few veterans standing over here. It's going to be pretty hard for my handle by myself. Looks like a couple more people are headed over. Yeah, somebody said Scarlet, the Joker of Tyria. She is a little crazy. She's got some pretty wacky things that she does and says. If you are interested in learning more about her, I strongly recommend you play through the Scarlet encounter. She is very educated. Emissary of Orc does mention that she went through all 3 colleges in the Asura, in Radisson. Is she affiliated with the Nightmare Court? I have not said, can neither confirm nor deny that. I can tell you that if she was affiliated with the Nightmare Court, that relationship would probably go in one direction only. Yeah, we just totally got wiped out here by some pirates. Gonna head back to the waypoint. Reading chat and typing chat and playing the game at the same time is actually a lot harder than I thought it would be. Did I work for the original Guild Wars? I did not. I came on for Guild Wars 2. It's the opportunity to res her. Uh-oh. Getting in trouble again.
For great justice.
should be using the OP healing signet. I do like healing signet a lot. I took this current heal because I needed the condition removal. Aetherblade supply a lot of conditions. Clockwork supply a lot of conditions. Looks like we are doing a terrible job of getting these Aetherblade strength down. To go a lot faster if we're going to finish it up.
Yes, I'm ready to defeat anything.
Pain everywhere.
Feedback loop initiated.
Yes, that is true. People asking about Scarlet beating her. And you have it right. It looks like if you finish all 5 of the waves, which includes the final wave and the wave that we're currently on, the Aetherblades, you'll get a chance to beat her. She does have kind of a unique mechanic where she teleports around the map. And so if you're having trouble beating her, basically the best strategy is to sort of converge. And she should go down pretty easily as long as you guys are working together. Scarlet herself is not the big threat in this invasion. Mostly it's her minions. You'll get a much longer fight if you head into the defeat Scarlet instance, or the encounter rather. In the I'm sorry, Scarlet's Playhouse is what it's called. You'll have a long time to fight Scarlet inside. Looks like the Aetherblade Pirate Captain is spawned. There's actually a little bit of time pressure on this one. If we don't finish him in 5 minutes, the ship will retreat. So we should try to focus down on him. There's the captain, along with any others.
I'll return the favor.
Yeah, basically, if you're looking for times for invasions, you should look closely to the start of the hour. It usually happens within a few minutes of then. And so you'll watch your Clockwork Chaos UI, and it should tell you where she's striking at. How long do we have left to complete any remaining achievements for the Queen's Jubilee? What you've got is basically till the end of this release, which is sometime around September 3rd, I believe. So keep working on those achievements. The only thing you won't be able to do without doing Clockwork Chaos first is get into the Crown Pavilion. Also, all of the daily achievements that we're running in the Jubilee will be rerunning. And so if you missed any of those, you have a second chance to go through and get those. Just as a notable point is that the Clockwork Chaos also has daily achievements, and so to complete the meta achievement you'll have to do a few different daily achievements as well. The meta achievement reward for the Clockwork Chaos release is actually a infinite Watch Night transform tonic, which I think you guys will really like. You should check it out. Cannot show us the funhouse because I do not have that map. I have not finished the Emissary Vorp story, so I'll have to go through and do that today. Plus, I wouldn't want to spoil anything.
I could outrun a centaur.
Can I talk about the twisted teleportation item? It will teleport you basically somewhere random in Tyria. This can mean someplace valuable, it can mean someplace dangerous, it can mean both. You never know what you're going to get exactly. You'll just have to try it out. I will say that if you have not done a lot of exploration yet, from what I've seen playing around with it on the dev environment, it's actually a good way to get some exploring done. Yes, there's been basically two things dropped related to the Twisted Portal device. The Twisted Portal device itself drops, and then at a rare chance, the recipe for the Twisted Portal device also drops. And so if you're an artificer, you can make that using some watchsnake sprockets, some candy corn, some things Taffy, as well as some Winter's Day stuff. It's pretty crazy and random.
Replenishing.
For great justice.
Looks like we've got some interference with another event here. There's a lot of combat going on. It's pretty intense stuff. Now that we turned off calling, you can really see the full magnitude of a lot of the stuff. I think I'm going to go ahead and broadcast that we need some help here. Even the Arctidus doesn't like me. Will there be more exploration achievements? I think every Living World release tries to add a little bit of exploration into it. I think we sort of did it in the last one with the open world balloons, sort of running around and checking those out, and getting the chests that are at the top of the towers. I think we'll continue to see stuff like that, Living World, in various new ways. I'm really looking forward to some of the stuff that's coming later this year in that regard. Can't say anything, but from what I've seen, it's going to be really cool. Looks like we are taking quite a beating here. And that waypoint is contested now. Question, where will the Vex invasion take place? Only Scarlet knows. Actually, it's not true. I know. I don't have the list with me right now, but I can tell you it will be happening in about 10 minutes. It looks like we've got about 45 seconds left in this event, so I don't think it's actually going to happen. But we got pretty close, especially since we weren't doing a whole lot of coordinating.
Time to do some real damage.
I can feel Bear's power.
All right, so at about 15 seconds here, we're going to take a look at what we got here. Oh, looks like we got it already. So basically, to kind of explain what's going on with this reward screen, for every wave you complete, you'll get some additional boxes full of some goodies. And then there's also 2 rewards that you can select from. One is Scarlet's Secret Stash. This contains random objects of value or a random chance for the Twisted Watchwork Shoulders. Alternatively, you can select the Watchwork Shoulder Scraps, and if you collect 250 of these, you can just build the Twisted Watchwork Shoulder Skin. So that's your choice, whether or not you want to take your chance or go for the 250. I can tell you that if you keep playing these invasions, you'll probably be able to get 250 pretty quickly. So that's it for today, guys. Basically, if you want more information about the release, you can type /.wiki space Clockwork space Chaos in game for more information. And then be sure to follow our channel here on Twitch so you can stay up to date with the latest releases. Thanks for playing. Message me in game sometime. We'll go kill some Clockworks together.
I can take on the world!